looking up. There it is. Alex delivers again.
Each top 10, we welcome in a special guest. Right now, we welcome in baseball author and historian. He wrote the Baseball 100, Joe Posnanski. How are you, Joe? Welcome back.
It's great to be back.
So the Baseball 100, this is the Baseball 10. This is easy. Actually,
easy.
This was not third base. You did left field last year. Third base, whole new ball game. You're talking about the best players in the game now.
It feels a lot better. I got to be honest with you. Left field last year, I didn't love that. But third base, yeah, this might be the best position in baseball right now.
All right, so give us your top 10. Run through it.
All right. So number one was super hard to do, but I went with Nolan Arenado. I think fantastic. Jose Ramirez, one of my favorites. Number two, Manny Machado. Austin Riley, terrific with the Braves. Rafael Devers, big signing with the Red Sox. Went with Alex Bregman, number six. Brian Hayes, love the glove at number seven. Matt Chapman at number eight. Went with Ryan McMahon for the Rockies, a great defense also at number nine. And a new third baseman, I think, this year, Max Muncy. I got him at number 10.
All right, so let's get it at the very top. I'm glad somebody went with Nolan Arenado because you can absolutely justify it. But what tipped the scales for you?
I think just he's so great. But defensively, he's just a marvel. I mean, I think he's, as good defensively as anybody in the game at any position. And then, I think showing that it was not a Rockies thing with him and the home runs and the RBIs. He went to St. Louis and he's putting up, the same kinds of numbers. I just think all in all, power, defense, he's number one. And it's so close, though. I mean, any of those top five guys could be number one.
Yeah, I agree with that. Now, what was your objective methodology? I always try to say, all right, what is I'm not trying to get a desired result. You have the methodology first, and what it tells you. I'll tell you what I did, Joe. I want 2 years. I don't want 2020, get rid of it, but I have 2 full seasons to go by. Give me weighted runs created plus, give me WAR, and then I'll get into the weeds. But that's where I start. Where did you start?
You know what? Very, very similar. I also started with the last 2 years. I thought that was the best way to do it. Of course, went with runs created and WAR and the various different kinds of WAR and went a little win shares. I really kind of put the whole thing together, but I did exactly what you did. I came up with a list. That is not actually the list I ended up with. I didn't pick just the top WAR guy or the top statistical guy. I picked, to me, the person who does the most at, all around, defensively, offensively. That was, to me, the difference. I love Jose Ramirez. I just think he's, he could have been the MVP 4 times already in his career. He's that great a player. But I think defensively, Arenado is a touch above, and that's what gave him the edge for me.
Well, that's what I was going to say. If you're going to go all around, and that means base running, you are actually going Jose Ramirez. You would do Ramirez, over Arenado, and actually over Machado. Austin Riley doesn't run the bases. So for me, it's Ramirez. Is there a reason not to have Jose Ramirez, right?
Yeah, I mean, again, you're 100% right. I think offensively, he's the best rounded guy out there. Defensively, he's not. I don't think he's Arenado. I mean, that was the key for me. Was I really wanted a guy who played essentially fantastic defense. And not that Ramirez is a bad defender. He's not. But he's not quite in that league with Arenado.
Now, toward the bottom of your list, I have to say, look, I love defense, too. At least I pretend to love defense because I don't love it the way you do. Like Brian Hayes and Ryan McMahon, you got to hit league average, Joe. How do you justify getting them on the list? Matt Chapman has a history of it, but Hayes and McMahon do not.
No, they don't. But first of all, Hayes is very young still, and he's so good defensively. I still believe he's going to hit. I'm bullish on him offensively. He's so good defensively, and he's so much fun to watch. And McMahon, look, I think he's going to hit just because of where he plays, and he certainly has a long history going back to the minor league days of being able to hit. And he's also fantastic defensively. I did really weigh heavily on defense this year, and I think defense is going to play a huge, even bigger factor. I want to believe this because of the taking away the shift. I want to believe that defense is going to play a bigger role coming up next year, and I think having a great defensive third baseman is going to be very, very useful.
Was there somebody you wanted to take a flyer on? Because I know I thought, I was like, Like, why don't I not have Eugenio Suarez here? I went with Gunnar Henderson. A little surprise. I'm going to go with, and I don't do prospects often, but were there guys that you thought, even like maybe DJ LeMahieu, veterans versus young guys? Who do you want to take a flyer on that you didn't have room for?
I looked for the young guys, to be honest. I did consider, obviously, DJ LeMahieu. I don't think we know what that's going to be like yet. He's obviously had the injury issues and everything else. So I did look at Henderson. I looked at the younger guys. I don't think they're quite there. Muncy, to me, is a bit of a wild card. But, if he's right, if he's healthy, I think he'll hold his own in the position, and he's going to hit with such power. And they're really going to be relying on him next year. So that's how he ended up being number 10 for me. Yeah, no, I think he absolutely belongs in there. He's one of the better, hitters, better all-around players in baseball. Right, when he's right, which he's mostly right. And you might be right, too, Joe. I'll give you that. Thank you, Joe. Good to have you back on the show. Thanks a lot.
All right, Joe Posnanski there. Now it's time to hear from you, the viewers. We asked you on social media, give us your own top 10 third baseman. Here's what you have.
This one's gone. Maxwell swinging the silver hammer.
Leads in, makes the catch. What a play by Key Brian Hayes.
And a diving stop. Throw to first. He got him. Oh, what a play by JT.
Diving stop made by Chapman. Pops up, rips it over to first in time to get the out.
And that ball is out of here. It's a home run. Rafael Devers.
Rocketed right center. That ball is gone.
Bare hand throw and got him at first. What a play.
Good. A breaking flare.
That one is gone.
Jose Ramirez. Manny Machado. He held on. What a catch by Machado.
Arenado, bare hands. He's done it again. Arenado is unbelievable.
I love the absolutist quality of these comments in there. It's like, it's not even close. No, it's close. It's very close, is what we're saying. But the fans going with Nolan Arenado, number 1, just like Joe Posnanski. Then Manny Machado, Jose Ramirez, Alex Bregman up there, Austin Riley. It's kind of a consensus top 5 in there. Rafael Devers coming in at number 6. Room for Justin Turner, Matt Chapman as well. Some veterans getting in there, and Brian Hayes getting into the top 10 as well. Thank you for voting. When we come back, Nolan Arenado getting some number 1s. Will he be number 1 for the Shredder? The top 5 is coming next.
This is the truck that helps keep families safe, and the truck that helps you get far from home. This is the truck of the outdoors, the early adopters, and the rising generation. This is the one more truck owners are switching to. This is what it means to be a Ram.